Hello. All right, let's lower you down a little. I can see you're quite high up there, so let's bring you a little closer down. So I think that should be good there. All right. Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Thursday. What a beautiful day. I am absolutely zonked. It was so nice. 2 different teachers had booked the play structure for the kids. So the kids were on the play structure outside for an extra 40 minutes, which was awesome. They were so happy. But all that fresh air and running around, I am absolutely exhausted. It was so nice though. The kids were so happy. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. My name is Shannon. I'm with Paper Delights. You can find me live on Facebook Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. I come on to motivate you and encourage you and inspire you to, get to your craft room, do some crafts, whatever that is for you, right? Maybe it's not cards, maybe it's scrapbook pages, maybe it's, different arts and crafts. Maybe it's sewing or, whatever it is for you. Maybe some of the different designs in here will inspire you. So thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate it. A like and a share. And yeah, so these were a few of the cards that I finished up. I didn't make these ones yesterday with you guys. I made them in the evenings with yesterday evening with a few friends. We got together on Facebook chat and we made cards. So this was the mark card I made, and then this was the other card that I finished up. And so instead of using the black, I used the white. So it's just a really different look, right? I think it still looks really sharp, but it has a slightly different look when you have the black versus the white, right? So yeah, so that's what I did. So this one I added more of the smaller houses in behind, just because I had a whole bunch more to sort of use up. Whereas this one we had more of the darker sort of look to it. So yeah, so I finished that up, and then I'm sort of deciding if I want to use a piece to put the sentiment or if I'm going to put the sentiment directly onto the card. I'm not sure yet, so I haven't quite gotten there, and I still haven't done my lamppost, but you can sort of see a bit of the difference between the white and the black, right? So there's that. Oh, my dog is retching in the background, poor thing. So, and then the other card that I sort of finished up from yesterday was this one. I still had to cut that little piece for the bottom, so I did that, and then sort of finished up with some greenery, and then I added some Wink of Stella along the snowbanks and a little bit on the roof, and finished that up. So really happy with how that one turned out. I love the layers to it. It's really cute. So now that paper is there's even pieces of this paper that I haven't even used yet. There's this one here with people holding hands and passing presents to each other and stuff. I haven't used any of that, and it's got a nice green on the back. There is one here. I haven't used all the pieces in here. It's awesome paper, polka dots, stripes. But today I have a few other cards designed, so we will likely go back to cards with this at some point this month or over the next few weeks as we wind up to Christmas. Can you believe Christmas? It's not that far away. I think it's only 4 paychecks away. That's how I do it, so that every paycheck I go and buy a few things towards Christmas. Actually, I've been ordering things because I don't know about you, but I have a sneaky suspicion that I don't want to be in the stores, in the malls during leading up to Christmas. So I've been ordering stuff online. So this is the Poinsettia Place paper. Really pretty. So pretty. And so for the cards that I'm doing with you tonight, I fussy cutted the poinsettias to use in the card, and then used some of the other sheets. So these cards don't have any stamping to them. They're all paper. So for this one, my design for this one was a nice piece of early espresso, and then a piece of old olive, and then a piece of the paper, the designer series paper with the really pretty poinsettias. And then I thought a bow sort of to the side with our sentiment, and then some greenery around it. And then I did these ones out of yellow, the berries from the die set, out of yellow, because I thought it kind of matched the yellow in the berries in the paper. I thought it would look pretty, so I did a couple of those. So that's what I thought for this card. So I'm just punching out some of the little things in here. I'm sorry I didn't do it earlier. So I thought just keep this one sort of simple and not terribly complicated, because those fancy folds, let me tell you, whew, had me flipping and folding and all sorts of grand things. So, all right. So let's put this one together. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the bow around the green and the designer series paper. So let me put those two pieces together first, and then I'll put the bow on. So I'm going to try and center it. There we go. And then I'm going to put my bow. So I'm just looking at my paper, sort of deciding where I want to put my bow, because I don't want to hide too much of the paper. So do I want to put my bow down here, over here? Yeah, maybe over here. Or sorry, my bow, my sentiment thingamabob. Thingamabob, that thing there, you know. Oh my goodness, it's Thursday. Woohoo! All right. So this will go over like that, or do we want it over on this side? Yeah, I think maybe on this side, because then that way the tails are going that way. All right. So I want the ribbon to be about there on the card. So I'm just sort of gauging with my finger. I'm going to put a bit of adhesive on the back to sort of help hold the bow, or the ribbon, sorry, in place. And I might use a glue dot just to sort of help hold it. Just sort of help hold it in place, right? There, all right. And then put adhesive all across. There we go. And we'll put it down on our card. There we go. So then my idea was this would go here, and then I had a little bit of greenery. I thought could do something like this. Maybe a little bit of the yellow. Sort of like that. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I could put some of it on the bottom, but I think it'll go off the edge. So, and then I was going to choose the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because I think it'll fit really nicely there on that one. And I could choose like the Sahara Sand or a green, but I think I'm just going to do it in a simple black. And I'm just going to bring it down so that I can see where I'm placing it so that I'm kind of centered. And I kind of got it. Good enough, I think. All right, so my card's going to go here. And then, like I said, I've got my greenery. But I kind of want to pin my greenery down first, and then I'm going to pop up the sentiment, sort of bridging over the ribbon. So we'll get my glue dots. I did have my glue dots here there. And I'm just sort of going to go in under and pin it down in a couple of places. Keeping in mind that the tag will hide some of it as well. So I want this yellow one to come underneath here, but it's not cooperating. Come on now. There. There we go. And then the green will go over. Just a little contrast. Just a little contrast, right? There we go. And then we're going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. And like I said, I'm going to put some dimensionals so that the ribbon can sort of flow between. There we go. And then we can put a few gems. Let's see. I've got some of these sort of gold. That's pretty. I don't remember which these ones are called. Sometimes, unfortunately, my paper with the information disappears. All right. So there's that card. Cute. All right, our next card, again, is with the Designer Series paper. So this one is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, I think. Folded in half. So this one was the same, but instead of going up and down, we just turned it so that it's landscape. So this one we're going to do horizontal, and it's very vanilla. And then again, we have a piece of the green. And then I have a piece of the same paper, but it's the opposite side, and it looks like all these like little pine cones, which I thought was really cute. And then I punched out one of the poinsettia using the poinsettia dies. I punched out a poinsettia using the white, Whisper White, that I've sprayed the paper with the sparkle, so it's got quite a bit of sparkle. And I thought we would put that on, and then a little bit of greenery. So it's sort of using a combination of the very vanilla Whisper White. So because here you can see the poinsettias are a white with a bit of like the beigey kind of color. And then, so just tying it all in. And I have, once again, run out of adhesive, so just give me a second here. Sorry. All right. So I'm going to put this one down first. I'm just looking for my clean edge. And I cut it so that there should be a little bit of a space evenly all the way around. And the same thing with this one. I'm just putting it so that it's evenly spaced all the way around. And then I had this piece of cream that I thought I would put across, but I'm going to trim because my edge here isn't square, and that's bothering me. And then I'm going to trim there. I could probably pull out my little trimmer, but I'm not too worried because it'll be hidden by the poinsettia and stuff. So, and when I designed this card, I didn't have my embossing folder. Otherwise, there might be more paper with embossed bits. So, all right. So the poinsettia dies are so pretty. I've used these with flowers where I've cut the edges to make just like pretty little flowers. So it's super versatile. I really like it. So it's got this bit of an impression in the middle, and so I've just sort of pressed it and sort of bent them just to give them a bit of dimension. And then of course they've been sprayed. So, and to put them together is really very easy. You just stagger them on. There's no real, you know, doesn't really matter how they're placed as long as it's sort of staggered with the petals. I just realized I didn't do this one. There we go. And then there was a center one. I don't know where it's gone to now. All right, did you guys see it go? There it is. Sorry. Oh dear. It's gonna be bedtime. So I came across this quote because I'm getting ready for my last day with my monkeys at work, and I came across this great quote. It says, self-care isn't just drinking water and going to bed early. Self-care is taking a break when things become overwhelming, saying no to things you don't want to do, allowing yourself to cry, asking help from those around you, and doing things that make you happy. And so coming and doing this and sharing this with you makes me very happy. But that being said, tomorrow I know is going to be a very emotional day, saying goodbye to my monkeys. So I will not be on tomorrow night. I'm going to take that time to be sad and to take a very long hot shower, use up all the hot water, and to just take care of me. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I will not be on tomorrow night. So this leaf is a bit damaged, but I'm going to sort of put this one on top, and then no one will know, right? You won't know. You won't know. So even if you make a boo-boo or a little mistake, don't get rid of it, because you never know what you can do, what you can use it for, right? So my idea, again, is I had a piece of that greenery from the other one sort of left over that I thought we'd sort of build up in behind. And then again, I pulled in some more of the yellow. So I'm going to put a glue dot to put my poinsettia down. I'm probably actually going to use a couple of glue dots here to put my poinsettia down. Only because it's a fairly substantial flower. And then I'm going to use some glue dots to pin my leaves down. So what I sort of do is, like, after I've placed things, I kind of lift them up, put my glue dot down, and then push it back down on top of the glue dot. It's sort of my way of, like I said, like it's almost like I pin it down. So I use the glue dot to sort of catch it. So I'm going to trim this a little bit just so it slides a little bit further down. Sort of like that. And it's got a berry right here that I can kind of catch my glue dot on. And this one, same thing. There's a little berry that I can catch there. So there is our second card. Isn't that pretty? I just think that's so pretty. Now, had I turned it this way and done it this way, then there'd probably be a little bit of room on the tag here to stamp a sentiment. But I think it's okay without. Like I said, I don't typically make very many cards with sentiments, but I think because of Christmas, I've been doing a bit more of that. So here's the last card for this evening. So again, taking the soft suede. This is the wood grain from this poinsettia piece. Like, look at the berries. Isn't that pretty? I was so torn. I really liked that one too. But we're going to use this side. So it's like a wood grain kind of look. And then I just have a white oval. And then I fussy cut all the poinsettias from the paper. And some of them, even if they were on the edge, I still kind of cut them out because you can tuck them underneath and it just adds to that look of depth and layering, right? And then I have these here from a stamp set. I can't remember right now. I have these, like, so I found these at the dollar store. They're like clear little boxes. And so I'm gonna have to find a better solution because every time I get a new set of dies, I get a new little box, and this becomes the storage for all the little dies that I cut out. But then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like six of these, and yeah, I'm gonna have to find a better solution. I wish they stayed on top a little bit more securely. Maybe I could put some tape or glue or something. But so sometimes I have things that I don't even remember now what stamp set they're from. So anyway, so let's glue this down. And those little, and this isn't even the trays that I had with all the greenery from the Forever Greenery dies. I did those trays, those wooden trays. I love those. So I've got those over behind me. So many different ways of storing all of the goodies. All right. So for the sentiment for this one, we could do Thinking of You at Christmas, but I was thinking of doing something a little bit bigger. So let's grab one of the other stamp sets. So like we could do, made the piece, let's see how that one is. That one might be a bit too big. That one's not bad. Okay, so there's that option. That one. There is remembering you this season with warm thoughts and a wish for everything merry. So there's that. It's a bit smaller. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah. All right. I think it's going to be that one. All right. Slightly bigger. All right. So let me just get this out of the way. I'm just going to move it down so I can make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. All right. There we go. All right, so we'll glue this down. Now I think I'm going to put it up slightly because I want to put these around it near the bottom. So if I put it too low, it'll be a bit challenging to get these underneath, right? So I'm just sort of centering it like that. And then this one is kind of tucked under, but I'm going to put a couple glue dots just to sort of help hold it down. Seem to have developed a little tail on the glue dot. And then this one I'm going to pop up. And then we can see if we like this little greenery here to add. And just sort of add that. And then, like I said, I've got a little bit of greenery here. We can kind of tuck in. Oops. Just different things like that. What do we think? Do we like? You know what I've been finding really interesting too sometimes is that I'm looking at it here, and then when I look up and see it on the display on the behind, like above, in front of me, the display on my iPad, I'm like, oh yeah, that looks really good. Because sometimes I don't really know, right? I'm like too invested down here. I can't always see what's going on. All right. I like the gold, but I think if I start putting gold in, I'm going to have to add a bit more. So I think I'll just sort of stick with this simple stuff here. Sorry, my glue dot didn't roll. I was hoping that it would sort of roll it up so you wouldn't see it from behind, but that did not work. So some of them, because they're going, these glue dots are very good at being sticky. So some of them are kind of stuck already because of the way I sort of tuck them in. So you're always debating, like, do I take them out? Do I so I can add a glue dot and try and put them back in, or all right. I thought about the yellow, like these ones, but I think they would have been too big for these flowers on this card. There. All right, and our gold dots, here they are, our gems. Finish up using the page. Maybe a bow. What do you think? I think maybe we might need to put, maybe it needs a little something up above. All right, let's see. Don't have any beside me, so let's get a bow quick here. Oops, sorry. Sometimes when I'm trying to go too quick, I can't do it. So, all right. Oh. So maybe a bow. What do you think? Do we like that? I think so. It'd be nice if I could find like a nice sort of like almost sheer kind of gold. That would be pretty. Sort of like the red sheer, but only in a gold. I think that would look really pretty. But it will do. All right, there. All my stickers are done. There we go. So there are our cards for this evening using this really pretty poinsettia paper and one of the poinsettia dies. There we go. Which one's your favorite? I like them all. They're really nice and simple. Really pretty. I like the colors, right? Oh, hey Patty. Hi Amy. Thanks so much for joining. I'm so sorry I didn't notice earlier. So, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I won't be here tomorrow, like I said, only because it's my last day with my kids and I know I'll be really tired. So, I'm calling it now that I'm going to take tomorrow night off. So, I hope you understand, but I will be back on Monday with some exciting new cards for everyone. So, thank you all so very, very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening and weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather and stay safe.